Yo, 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 it's another podcast with your boy Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent adventure. Today, we're going to talk about
Kawhi won't let her play for the Spurs.
And also, we're going to talk about Ndama Kong Su getting signed. His name means House of Spears.
And also, we have special guest Kevin Bryant on the show to talk about his Portland Trailblazers.
Rip City, baby.
It's all happening right here on the best sports podcast in all of America. Because of you. Episode 10 right now. That's right. It's another fucking podcast.
Yes.
That's right, you fucking clowns.
What's happening, people?
We're here.
Hello.
We're clear.
Hey.
We're clear. We just finished our last Scientology meeting and we are now clear.
Good things are about to happen to us.
OT level 2 now.
It's Eric, James, and Tig'S. Excellent adventure.
It's Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent adventure.
It's Bill, James, and Tig'S. Excellent adventure.
Make sure Eric and Tig are the same dude.
Double up, baby.
Unless it's Tig
And you know this is the #1 sports podcast in America, in the world, in the fucking universe.
That's a fact, guys.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
Just look it up.
No denying that.
Just Google it.
You can't Google that.
You have to
and
go
find
to
out.
NielsenRatings.com. You have to go to Nielsen.com, and then you have to go to where it says Internet Podcast, and then you have to go to where it says Unregistered. Then you have to go to where it says at the
Cut to
bottom.
a half hour later, and then you have to.
But if you do all those things, you will see that
You will find it some way. I promise. It's not on Google though. Don't trust Google.
Yeah.
So today we have a special guest on
Let's
here.
introduce our special guest.
James is out of town, which we will miss him dearly. And once you hear the special guest, you're gonna really miss James.
Fair enough.
So who we have here today is Kevin Bryant.
Yo.
And Kevin, you are the founder of the Portland Trailblazers of LA.
Blazer Fans LA is what we
Okay,
call
all
it.
right. Tell us a little bit about that.
Blazer fans of LA.
Yo, we got like 296 members now. I started it 4 years ago. We meet once a month, have watch parties at 6th Tavern downtown. And, I'm a huge Blazer fan. I'm born and raised right near Portland. And just wanted to recreate that atmosphere. And I miss it so much. I miss watching games. My parents had they got like 4 games a year. And so I'd always go to games growing up. And it's been great, man. We also we get group discounts to Blazers Clippers games. We rolled 54 deep.
Oh, there you go. So if there's any Trailblazer fans listening to this, find Kevin's information after this.
Yeah, especially in the Los Angeles area.
We're straight up just at Blazer Fans LA. It's pretty simple on Twitter and Instagram. And then we're on YouTube. We're going to start making videos here soon in the next couple weeks. And probably on YouTube and on Facebook group.
Nice. So, all right. Well, welcome.
Good.
Welcome.
Welcome
Thank
to
you so
the
much.
family.
We will get to the Trailblazers at a later point of the show.
Okay.
See, and the fact that you guys have been doing it for 4 years, that shows mad dedication.
Yeah, because we went through some crap years. And again, we can get to this later, but there was, right after I started the group, we got rid of LaMarcus Aldridge, Nicholas Batum, Wes Matthews, and basically our whole starting 5. So it was a real test of the group.
So for the first 6 months, it was just you.
Yeah, it was like
with a flag at a bar.
That's exactly, it was 2 people.
It was basically what you had been doing
2 people
for the rest, basically your whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you just make it a club.
When Dame hit .9 against Houston, that series-winning walk-off three-pointer in 2014, and I was hugging and crying a bunch of strangers at a public house on Vermont, and I just was like, literally, I just grabbed people near me and was like, first time we won a playoff series in 14 years. And so I was so stoked. And then it was later, and I was like, oh, it would have been probably better to be around Blazer fans. And and I know I always run into Portland people. I wear my Blazer hat out, and I always be like, what's up, Rip City? And now I have business cards I hand them and join the group. So yes, I made business cards.
I know not.
They don't say president or anything.
I've seen the business cards. They're very, very professional.
Very professional.
One. Check it out. I'm gonna
you guys, we're gonna post them on the Instagram so you guys can see them.
Look at that shit.
Wow, cards and all. Ooh. Sweet.
It's clean.
All right, welcome, Kev. So, we'll get to the end of this. Yeah, let's start with
that. Was a great welcome.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
That was a great welcome.
That was a pretty good welcome.
I'm patting myself on the back a little bit.
I really do appreciate. I feel really loved.
You should. He's all decked out in Blazer gear too.
I am. And I brought you guys Well, I got my Blazer Fans LA shirt on.
He's pulling something out of his jacket right now. I was wondering why it was zipped up.
Yeah, Graphletics donates their badass apparel company in Portland. And
sweet.
I don't know if these are your sizes. I only have some limited sizes. This one has the ill highlighted in Lillard. That one's kind of dope. It's an XL.
Wow.
Let's see. I had this one, just a basketball shaped like Oregon. I don't know if you like that. This one says 77 on it, and that they make the 7 with those slashes. It's kind of a dope shirt. But it's a size small. I don't know. What size are you, Eric?
I would be closer to a small than the extra larges.
Yeah. They did not send me medium or larges this time.
Hell yeah.
But it's all free. Those are $30 shirts.
Inside, I'm extra large.
Hell yeah, man.
Kind of medium.
Lillard shirt would be dope, you know?
That's sweet. Thank you,
That shit
man.
is dope,
I brought
man.
one for each of you
Check 'em out.
and for
Thanks,
the guys.
man.
So, no
Yeah,
problem.
thank you.
Yeah.
You know what? This is setting precedent because they're our first guests. And now everybody is gonna have to bring a gift. Now
There you
It's
go.
like if you don't bring a gift, you're kind of like a whack gift. You're kind of a whack guest.
Thank you for setting the bar high for
No
Thanks,
problem.
man.
guests.
Yeah, you set the bar
Now we
way
just want to
up.
have a guest every week. So
Quick shout out
they
to-
bring gifts.
I have so many. Quick shout out to Rick at Graphletics. That dude has sent me so many shirts.
Rick
for
at
free.
Graphletics, man. Shout out
Thank
to
you,
you.
Rick.
Yeah.
So,
right,
we're
let's
gonna
get
do
to
some
the
more
NFL.
shout outs later,
Yeah.
but we're gonna get into the NFL.
So what's happening here in the NFL here? So
Today, or was it was today or yesterday? Ndamukong Suh got officially signed to the Los Angeles Rams.
So Ndamukong Suh got signed to the Rams on a 1-year, $14 million contract.
which
1
is
year?
pretty much
1 year. It's a 1-year contract.
Pretty much.
But he was like a Pro Bowler, right? I mean, wasn't
Right,
he? So
yes.
what's going on with him? Why is he just 1 year? Why 1 year?
That's a really good question.
Well, the thing is, he's kind of a problem, and people feel like he's not inspired to play football anymore.
What do you think happened
And
with the
he
Jets?
wants a lot of money, and I told you he wanted $10 million
You're saying
for
10
3
million.
years, and he got 14 for one.
Yeah.
Is
He
this
said-
kind of like is it Ricky Williams scenario? Like, was the guy?
The scenario is
No,
that
because
remember how he kinda like
Ricky
was like-
Williams was smoking a lot of weed, though. That was
his
his only
only
trouble
problem.
with him. That
Because
Ricky
Richie
just didn't know how
Williams
to
was
handle
really
it.
good.
Motivated to play though. I thought he kind of was like, peace
Well, no,
out.
it's
No,
less-
Ndamukong Suh
less-
is almost too motivated.
they think that he just wants
He's just
to
a
get
bad
money.
man on the field, so he gets a lot of penalties. He does a lot
kind
of
of a
dumb
dick.
stuff. He's a crazy person that you want on your team because
He's
he's a
basically a
force. You
He's
have
the
to-
Draymond Green of the NFL. Like,
Yeah,
Kind of, yeah.
Draymond kicks people in the balls. You kind of hate him.
Yeah,
I would
Ndamukong
say that.
Suh
And then,
stomps
you know
on their
what?
balls and
I
stuff.
would
He's
go
on your
there.
team. You're like, yeah.
I would go there. Dennis Rodman, Bruce Bowen, whatever you want
Bill
to say.
Lambeers.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
Bill
that.
Lambier,
That's what he's
probably-
equivalent.
He's
Wow.
that guy. He's the guy you
Oh,
want.
yeah. You hate
Blaze,
him.
oh, dude!
You
my
hate
parents
him.
still talk about him bowing to the crowd when he fouled out and like during the finals
Oh,
in
yeah.
Bill
1990.
Lambier.
Bill Lambier is the shit.
Bowed to the
I
Portland
hated
crowd.
Bill Lambier
Like,
so
I was
much.
actually in Detroit at that time as a little child, as
Wow.
a tyke.
Nice.
So that was like
Yeah, I
that was my childhood.
I was 9,
watching
yeah.
the Bad Boys. That probably has a lot to do with my attitude right now.
Man, the Bad Boys in slow motion just look the baddest.
But
ever.
we're not in,
Well, yeah,
we're not
gonna
in
talk-
that segment yet.
well,
We're not in that
yeah,
segment.
yeah.
Keep trying to
And
steer it to the
Ndamukong
NBA
Suh-
because that's what I know about.
So
And
does this,
Ndamukong Suh is,
does this
is
put
the
LA?
bad boy.
Does this put the LA on a list of
They
possible
have
Super Bowl contenders?
Was it Talib?
Yeah.
They got who else? Who else did they
Well,
get?
who's the
Well,
running
Aaron
back?
Donald's there.
They got Aaron Donald already there, but I
that's
think
the
they got
leader of that
somebody
defense.
else on defense as well.
Oh, defense.
Yeah, Hakeem Talib is a corner that they just got for a very cheap price, basically. And he's the chain snatcher. He's the one snatching chains off people.
Yeah.
They got somebody else who's a bad boy too. I forgot who he is. And now they got Ndamukong Suh, who's a stomper. He's stomping on you. You do not want to mess with this defense.
And their
This defense
offense is pretty is cooking.
Last
lately.
year it was.
yeah. And now they're
and-
talking about possibly getting Odell Beckham Jr.
Do you think that's going to
Crazy.
happen?
No, I don't think that's going to
I think
happen. I think the Giants are going to
What's his
sign him for
contract,
5
right?
years.
Is he a free agent or is he under contract?
He is still under contract and will not be a free agent until the end of next coming up season.
So are they worried about him leaving, or are they just not having? Are they having?
They're
issues
worried
with
about him
'Cause
not
he's-
attending
Oh, so he wants
any
out.
games and
Because they suck. and
waiting
he
until
wants
his
out,
contract is out.
basically.
Well, they're not willing to give him the contract that he wants.
He wants to be
wants to-
the highest paid player in the NFL.
And he's coming off of an injury.
So you're telling me Odell Beckham Jr. has a bit of an ego?
Oh no, sir. We would never say such a thing.
Okay.
We just report the news here.
I gotta say, I'm putting some clues together here, putting the puzzle pieces
He also
together.
just was involved in a video, and I don't know when this video was even taken.
right.
Like hanging out
The
with
blunt
like
video.
this girl. He's got a blunt in his hand, and there's
Oh no, it
a
wasn't
white
just blunt.
substance,
And then
a white
she's-
substance cut
Another BL word.
into a few
yeah.
lines on the.
They was doing the blow. They was doing the cocaine.
I don't know what
The
that.
old
oh,
sniffly,
okay.
sniffly.
They were
Yes.
doing what they call in Alabama the booger sugar.
They were doing some
Or
booger sugar.
in Oregon, they call it, what's that? Never heard of that. You don't know what that is.
That's how you stay out of jail. That's why you got a low incarceration rate in Portland.
Yeah, there you go.
Apparently, heroin's a big thing in Portland, I guess. There's a lot of heroin
Can't
kids.
stop
sadly.
saying yes. I want heroin. Yes,
I'm always
just can't
surprised
stop.
when I hear like heroin's a big thing.
I thought there was
It's
a
always
guy.
surprising, like, oh shit, that's the
Heroin
thing.
is huge, man.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Look, first of all, we're not turning this into a drug public service announcement, but like 1 out of 5 people is like tried heroin.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
crazy
the
shit.
thing that people say is like, you do it once and your life's over.
You know what Johnny did over the weekend? You guys didn't see that?
Nope.
Johnny's he's trying out for football.
Yeah, and Johnny Manziel
trying out
had
for football right
13
now.
teams come see him play. I mean, come see him work out.
For who? Who did he play? Oh, work out?
Just
Yeah.
like a pro day, so teams went to go see him throw football.
Yeah, you know who worked out a
Who did
week
he,
before
who did he
that?
throw with? Like his nephew or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Who did he throw with? You know who he worked out before that? A week before that?
No.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
He worked out. You know how many teams showed up? Zero. You know how many people showed up?
teams.
It was him, the guys he was throwing to, and the guy who was filming it.
So
That was
people-
it.
People don't want the controversy, I guess. They don't want the.
Yeah.
Or is it?
They don't want. No, they're saying, look, we get a defense contract from the United States government, Department of Defense, and
And we hate people standing up for good causes. So,
yeah, they
or
definitely gonna stop paying us if you stop
not standing up, I guess.
if you start sitting down for the national anthem. They're
Yeah.
definitely gonna pull that funding. That's the reason that the NBA really doesn't have a problem with anybody protesting or talking
Right.
about it,
Right.
Because
Because
one, they have a rule saying that you have to stand up, and it's in
Yeah.
writing.
Yeah.
because the people giving them money,
But they
believe
know
it.
for a fact they don't get a defense. They don't get a Department of Defense budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you think Kaepernick or Manziel will get into the NFL?
Manziel will get into
Either
the
of
NFL
them?
before Kaepernick. Here, you heard it here first.
Okay. Bill thinks that Johnny Manziel will get into the NFL.
Not because he
before
should.
Colin Kaepernick.
Not because he should,
Of course, this would not be because he should.
but I think that it's going to happen.
He
You
seems
think
like a
it's gonna
huge
happen?
D-bag, just as an outside observer of the NFL.
Well,
Who has a cursory knowledge of NFL players. He seems like a huge D-bag.
Johnny Manziel was battling with some inner demons.
that's what, and he just got rehabbed a lot.
Yeah, so
Forced
he was
rehab.
drinking- he was
Forced
drinking a lot.
rehab.
He was doing a lot of bad
Forced
things.
That's
rehab.
to say about white guys who get in trouble. He's just battling some
Forced.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
some
forced.
emotional trauma.
His rehab
murdered
was
someone.
what do they
they're
call
just
it?
kind of like going through something right now, and it's gonna be all right. You
Yeah.
can't judge them because of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that I'm judging Johnny Manziel for him.
Oh, we're judging. We're judging
addiction
everybody.
problems.
This is what we do on this show. We judge everybody.
Yeah.
In
I mean,
sports.
that's what these are for,
You,
so we
have
can judge
you have taken
unfiltered.
a check. When you sign that contract, athletes, you have taken a check for us to criticize you and judge and judge and judge and judge and judge and judge and judge. Speaking of judging, what the fuck is up with the Bennett's? What's up with the
Kevin, I don't know if you've heard this.
The what?
So Michael Bennett
Michael?
of the used to be Seattle Seahawks just got traded to the Eagles. Is that correct?
Yes, I like how you said used to be Seattle Seahawks.
Can we
Yeah.
come back to Richard Sherman at some point too? But go ahead.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
already,
definitely.
Great.
We already
Can't
covered that,
wait. So he got traded. He just recently got indicted because he pushed over a 65-year-old paraplegic security guard at 2 years ago Super Bowl. Knocked her over. And he's being
Why?
indicted.
I gotta ask. Was she talking that spicy shit? Was she just like,
I don't know.
If she was like, yo, Michael Bennett, you can suck my dick from the back, son. Look, you lost, nigga. Y'all should have never threw that shit. Y'all should have never even threw that shit. How you gonna throw him for 1 yard? Come on, you gonna throw on the 1 yard line?
Hey,
if it was like that, then I could see him kind of just
Super Bowl. This is when
this wasn't
Martellus Bennett was on the Patriots.
Patriots.
It was the Patriots Super Bowl against Atlanta.
Well, so maybe it was a Falcons fan.
He was just in the crowd.
He was trying to get onto the field.
Oh, he just pushed some fan out of the way.
Their job is to
Or some
control
security guard was
the
in a
crowd.
wheelchair, like, hey, you can't come back. He was like,
Yeah, he was like,
yeah,
"Bitch,
he said something like, "Do you know who I am? I can own all of this," or something like that.
He probably said,
I just bought this arena.
Yeah, basically that's
probably
what he
said like, "I can pick you up and throw you."
Which he
with
did.
one hand.
No, he didn't have to say that.
He did, yeah.
Actions do speak louder
And
than
then,
words.
and then he probably did it right after that.
Yeah. But that was the scenario. I don't know. Like,
Well, shout out to him. That's the kind of guy you want on your team. I'm joking.
is that the person that you want on your security team?
Michael Bennett? Michael
No.
Bennett. Oh.
Hey, you can't-
Exactly.
have
It is not
paraplegic.
Michael Bennett's fault that they had a
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
paraplegic
Yeah.
working
in
as
like a
security.
wheelchair, like, hey, you can't be in here, sir.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't want that.
What is going on? Yeah, maybe they thought that
bet you they got
nobody's gonna hurt this guy. Nobody's gonna try to push him out of the way because he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
that's
Maybe
good.
that's what they're
That's actually a
thinking.
good idea.
The reverse psychology.
But what they didn't realize is
Everyone feels so bad
somebody's
for them.
brother had just won the Super Bowl.
And then what they don't realize is the Bennett's don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and they're huge, so who's gonna stop them?
The Bennett's are crazy people.
And we don't know what happened. They might have put their hands
yeah.
on Bennett's mom or something.
so
We don't know what
Martellus
happened.
Bennett?
Martellus Bennett just retired. He's done with
He just
football.
retired?
He retired. Martellus
Oh,
Bennett.
he's an
farewell.
artist. He
Patriots tight
likes
end, right?
He likes painting and stuff.
We
like
we
that,
enjoyed
man.
you on our football teams. I think
likes
I had a good
painting?
time with him on the Bears.
Yeah, he's an artist. It's weird.
Like George W. Bush, or like actually good?
I think he's done like some school kids books and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I said,
I think
school
it's a smart
kids.
move by
I mean,
Bennett.
children books.
yeah, but he doesn't need to play anymore. He's too angry to be playing football.
He's won a Super Bowl. Why? That's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
He's won a Super Bowl. He's got a lot of money.
Go out on top.
Kind of
Ish.
like who was the running back for the Giants? Who remember that they had like a twin brother or something? Or didn't he?
Oh yeah.
And he retired at like 27.
Barber.
Tiki
Barber.
Barber.
Yeah. He was like, I'm out.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like, I
smart.
respect
And now
that. I
he's-
was like,
now he's
Go
got-
get these NBC checks.
Don't get that
Exactly.
CTE,
Yeah.
you
Now
know,
I have
going
a long
Yeah.
career ahead of me in
He's like,
the
I speak
sports
very
announcing
well
world."
right
Yeah.
now, and I don't want to be talking like Lawrence Taylor when I'm 35 years old. I'm going to get that NBC check.
Yeah.
wow.
But wait,
Got all my-
Tiki, I'm not done rooting for you.
I hated Tiki. He always fumbled. Anyway,
Yeah, so I'm interested. I mean, I'm assuming that Michael Bennett will just have to pay a fine. And then he's fine.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna have to do anything. I think he's gonna win, and he's gonna win, except for on the field. I think that the Eagles gonna take a step back. Oh,
I mean, a step
Super
forward would be-
hangover.
Okay, this is why I feel like there's like Super Bowl hangovers. To take a step forward after winning the Super Bowl is what.
Exactly, it's really hard. Is what
It's
it
really
is.
hard. There's nothing to be defined in that.
It's
So
about
it's
consistency.
like winning the lottery and then being like, I need more money.
Oh, so I have to
somehow.
keep playing
How
to
I
do
get
this
more?
again, but better.
Being a fan of a team who's been there back to back times, a couple of times.
All right,
I'll tell you. I'll tell you how you do
Hey,
it.
Seattle did it
All right,
twice in a
but,
row.
You gotta be consistent, and that's what the teams who do go back to back.
What?
They're consistent. They don't go and say, okay, the next year try to do different things that they did the year before. They go in, they do
and
the
having
same
the
thing.
greatest
Well, if you
football
would-
coach and greatest quarterback of all time on
Well,
your
you
team.
know,
Well,
the
and
Seattle
also it helps if
Seahawks
you
win.
win. I think there's a little bit more. You
Seahawks
have
did
a
it too,
positive.
yeah.
Well, you have two. Well, the factor working against you is the drive is diminished. Now, you're a competitor. These guys are all super competitors, so they're going to want to get back to the Super Bowl. But that initial scrappy, like we're going to get there and do it, is gone.
You lose a lot of just looking like the Kansas City Royals after they won the World Series. That was one of the biggest like
Or
drops of a team.
the
like,
Bears,
just-
or like the 86 Bears,
the 85 Bears.
85 Bears, excuse me.
Yep.
Who were just like singing Super Bowl rap songs. You know, they had gotten to as big as they could possibly get, Mecca.
Yeah.
And then they just fell off.
Yeah, I mean that's what Jim McMahon's the quarterback there.
I would be a little lost.
That's a hard Super Bowl.
If the Blazers won the title like the Warriors, if they won like like 4 times in a row or something, I would be a little lost as a Blazer fan because I'm so used to losing and blowing it.
I know, this is what it was to be a Patriots fan.
I would not know myself as a fan anymore.
That's what it is to be a Patriots fan. For the first 4 years of winning Super Bowls and shit, that was weird because it was like, yo, when is this going to end? This is about to end soon, right?
Yeah.
And now here it is, and it's still going to the Super Bowl. It's weird. It's very weird. And it's going to end at some point. We have that mind, I'm letting out secrets. I know Patriots fans, but in the back of every Patriots fan's mind,
is Brady retiring?
This is going to end sometime, right? This is
right.
Oh, it's
going to end
it's
at some
time for
point.
it then. It's time. Yeah, it's time for the lowly to rise.
Like everything ends at every player.
The Bears.
When Tom Brady announced his retirement, and just to see all the Boston fans put their head in their hands and like cry.
I'm waiting to see a similar situation with Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers with Richard Sherman.
Why did Richard Sherman sign?
How about that? How about that segue? You like that? Like that?
That was good stuff. That was like Damian Lillard signing with the Lakers. That was crazy. Like, why would he?
Yeah, that is crazy. Hey, maybe he just. Hey, I hope you did not just break news over here. I hope you didn't put nothing out there into the world right now. I will bring this back. I will spin this back up if Damian Lillard signs with the Lakers.
That's never going to happen.
And I will definitely have you back here.
A Laker fan tweeted at Lillard, I remember like last year, right after around Kobe retired and his last game and everything. And this guy, Laker fan tweeted at Lillard, was like, hey man, why don't you come to LA and come to a real city or something? And Lillard was like, nah. He tweeted back at him. The guy's like, nah, I'm trying to do what Kobe did in LA, but here in Portland.
And
I was like, oh, man.
You know what?
I mean, hang on. That's
the kind of stuff that you say to your girlfriend,
going to the Lakers at some point in his career. This could definitely happen.
He'll never go to the Lakers.
That's that kind
He's
of
a
stuff.
Laker killer. He's like a dream player that I
He could
built.
get frustrated.
Out of parts of lesser
McCollum
players.
could bounce out, want to do his own thing. Lillard doesn't have his
If I
number
had to
two.
construct a perfect Blazer, he's nearly that.
Is this a great segue to head into the B block?
I mean, yeah, we might as well.
Sorry, I know.
Let's get to
Head
it.
into the B block.
I keep forcing it there.
I mean, fuck you, Richard Sherman. You left. You might kill him. Hopefully you do. Maybe you won't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think it's time.
I think it's time
It's so weird seeing him in
for the NBA.
He's on fire! Yes!
4-3.
Man,
Jordan!
Welcome to the block. Sorry, NFL. We had to move on. It's not your time. It's not your time anymore.
I mean, it's just not that much going on in the NFL right now. The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl next year. Whatever.
To be fair to the NFL, it is the offseason. So.
It's the offseason. We just spent almost a half hour talking about.
Fucking shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
They do this every time.
Oh, I
hate
stole
that
our
shit.
beer. I wasn't sure if you noticed.
Time.
I'm going to get another beer. Be right back.
Yeah, you do that for this B block.
Get the train out of the station. I'll be
See,
right back.
what I'm going to do is bring up some real controversial shit right now.
Uh-oh.
I know. I'm not going to talk about LeBron James on HGH. Not right now.
Oh my goodness, we had to have an episode with Joey here talking about that theory of yours.
About LeBron James being on steroids and
Yeah, 'cause it's-
for a fact being Rich
what?
Paul being involved in the Balco scandal.
This whole time. The secret brilliant
talk about that another
nutrition
time.
regimen
You
is
talking
just
about
steroids.
Rich Paul being included in the Balco scandal, which Rich Paul is his best
that'd be
friend.
amazing.
Oh, we
God, that'd be amazing.
No, wait, no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking
Please
about
let that happen. Please,
We're not talking about
Lord.
that. We're talking about our controversial statement that the Portland Trailblazers would remain in the third spot. And here they are.
Here are the
They are.
Trailblazers.
2 games ahead. We're
okay.
full. Yeah, we're full
So-
2 games ahead of Oklahoma City now because of that awesome win on Sunday.
So the rest of your schedule that's coming up is kind of hard.
No, well, not well. The next we play Memphis twice, so that's not so hard.
But you do have the Clippers, you have the Pelicans tonight.
Clippers, we handle those guys pretty well at this point.
Houston, the
sound like-
Spurs, Denver,
Houston, Spurs, Denver, Utah. I think are our last.
and
4
Utah.
games.
Yeah, I think
Not
you
to
got.
mention, we're in the middle of running. Middle of running this gauntlet of Houston. Who was the team we lost to after them?
Houston,
son of a.
We just
You
talked.
guys have only lost 2 games. Yeah.
Who's the team we just lost to after Houston?
I can't remember that kind of stuff.
Oh, Boston. Houston, Boston. Now Oklahoma City, and then tomorrow, or Oklahoma City on Sunday, and then today we have the Pelicans. So it's
Who do you think
tough,
wins the Pelicans and Oklahoma? Who you going to win these 4 and 5 games?
I think, we would.
Yeah, where do you
Pelicans,
think?
Because Anthony Davis, I was just reading his stat, when he is not on the court, their points per 100 possessions drops by over 28 points.
What's that stat at
So-
home though?
What's that?
At home, what is that stat? You know.
Oh, I don't know.
I bet you it's different at home, and it's at home
Because
and
the
I
guys
think-
who are on the backup guys, they always play better at home.
yeah.
Why is that? That's such a weird thing.
Oh, because
It's
you get the
weird
extra
phenomenon.
energy, man.
But
You know?
the dudes,
everyone's rooting for them.
I don't know.
And,
Anyway,
and people know who they are there.
I feel you.
You know,
I feel
you're
you.
away. You know, you're watching
when
like who
Shabazz
the fuck
Napier
is that
steps on
guy?
the court in a in a
you
away
better
place,
know.
everyone's like, "Who the hell is that?" But players are like,
Do you
"Shabazz."
think they're going to keep that third spot? I guess.
Yeah.
You don't think OKC is going to pass them?
No, they're 2 games back. and
What's
I don't think
Oklahoma
they're gonna-
City's? The question is, what is their schedule coming up? I'm
Okay,
curious.
this is their schedule coming up. So they
OKC?
they have the Spurs, Denver, Pelicans, Golden State, Houston, Miami.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna be fine.
But they got Golden State at home, Denver at home, Miami.
Golden State is
who had,
injured lately. So
Whose schedule are you talking
This is
about?
this is OKC. I think
Okay.
they go 4-3 on this run.
I can see that. Yeah.
I don't know. They play better
I think
against
they beat
the
Denver. I think they beat the Pelicans. I think they beat Golden State at home.
I can see that.
They don't
yeah.
have anybody right
Exactly. Golden State's all
Missing
beat
4
up.
All-Stars.
They're gonna
They'll
beat.
lose to Houston in Houston.
I think they're gonna beat Houston. They play. They
Miami
play them
in
well.
Miami.
They
question is-
played Houston really well.
Yeah, I think we can hold. We're 2 games ahead. We just beat them, which was so key because there's a full 1 game swing. But like
Yeah.
we're 2 games. We have some tough stretches coming up. We got like I said, those 2 Memphis
Man.
games
I would rather be the 4 seed.
and play Houston in the second round.
No, not
Yeah,
play the
'cause-
Spurs in the first round. I wouldn't
Right.
want to play.
Well,
the Spurs
here's
in
the
first
problem:
round.
is like so you can. I mean, both rounds are crappy. So like you either play the Warriors in the second round if you're the 3rd seed. I was looking at the bracket the other day. If you're the 3rd seed, you end up playing the Warriors because they're going to be locked in number 2.
Yeah.
If you're the 4th seed, you end up playing Houston in the second round. That's
Or-
if you get past the first round.
The Pelicans.
And we're either going to play the now streaking Spurs at number 6. And who knows if Kawhi comes back? If Kawhi comes back,
Kawhi is
they're
not going to
total
come back. I'm
wild
just going
card
to give
all
you
of a
right now.
sudden.
I'm giving you a little inside information. Kawhi is not coming back.
So what's happening?
You don't think so?
with Kawhi?
How is your
Like,
information
what-
inside? What do you know?
What's going
I
on?
think
over
Kawhi
there?
Leonard.
He wants to leave.
I peruse through the Twitters and I follow people and I watch things happen.
And you put the
Shout out to
puzzle together.
Steven Jackson, by the way. Shout out to Steven
Steven
Jackson.
Jackson, ex-Pacer, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Every time we shout him out on Twitter, he likes that shit. So, but he is also a good friend of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I just don't, from what I'm hearing, I don't think that I haven't like talked to Steven Jackson or anything.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify that. But from what I'm hearing and seeing, he's not coming back this year.
What is going on with him?
He's got a injury and he doesn't want to risk coming back.
And the Spurs doctors are saying he's good.
He's
right?
clear.
Right, but he's
wanna
not
point out-
feeling like
He's like,
good.
yo, it's my body.
How many Portland,
my body, my decision.
How many Portland Trailblazers players can you name that have been cleared to play, got back out there, and blew whatever injury that they had, or got hurt again?
Trailblazers, we just blow our before our careers even start. You know, like Craig
Right.
Oden
Just get out of
wrecked
the
his
way.
knee before he even stood on the court for the first time.
What was it,
He out for the whole-
Brandon Roy?
Brandon Roy he just was missing like half his meniscus or something.
Right.
You know,
Forgot
so
about Brandon
But the
Roy.
thing
Retired
is
at
because these
26.
teams put these guys out when they're medically cleared to play according to the team doctor, which means as far as the team is concerned, he's not going to be injured within this contract. That's what they really looking at. They really looking like, okay, can he come back and can he play this contract? Can he be serviceable to this team right now? Yes, he can, because he can come out here and provide something. But what Kawhi's thinking is, I have all the responsibility defensively on this team. I can't come out and be the guy I am known to be with a hip injury.
Yeah.
Bruised quad, is a
The
serious
doctors are
injury.
clearing
I have
him.
bruised quad
It's just
right
so
now.
weird.
I have
Well, that's the problem. He's like not trusting their opinion because he's like something doesn't feel right.
So we think this is purely medical. This is not
or-
any kind of.
I think it's purely
That's
medical.
what Bill thinks. Yes.
purely medical.
But in light of what's happened recently with Tony Parker and
What's going on with Tony Parker?
Ginobili and the whole team having a meeting
Oh,
Tony
I missed
Parker-
that. I missed
just
that news.
Kawhi Leonard
They had a meeting with just him.
asking him about what's going on, when you gonna come back, what's going on, man. And Tony Parker came out and said, "Hey, I had the same injury and mine was 100 times worse," which it was. He
So
tore
they're
his
probably questioning his
quadricep off the
toughness a little
bone.
bit.
They are questioning his toughness.
Bro, we need you. You're our brother. Come back and play with us.
But the problem is with that is, what's Tony Parker averaging right now a game? He's not a significant player.
Yeah.
He's not contributing shit. And Kawhi's like, I don't want to be you when I come back. I want to be me. When I come back.
Right.
And so
he's like, look at me. I came back. And he's like, got a walker. Yeah.
right.
So,
That's not right.
Just a fistful of championship rings.
And you got Ginobili, who kind of called him
you gotta
out
watch
too.
out for Martellus Bennett.
Ginobili was more so talking about how they got duped, thinking that he was going to come back against the Pelicans.
Yeah.
2 Thursdays ago.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get Kawhi back," and he was like, "I'm not falling for that no more. We got to think about it. He's not coming back." And I didn't have a problem with that.
No, that's smart.
But when what Tony Parker said, that's disrespectful. That was so disrespectful.
Okay, so
as Stephen A. Smith was saying,
that was so disrespectful.
His was better.
he was. To me, that's gonna make him decide to leave. Even though,
Wait, is Kawhi a free agent this year? You're
Not
saying
this
Kawhi
year.
might leave? Or
I think he's gonna leave after.
Well, it depends. What if
Yeah,
this is some sort of secret plan for them to before they went on this win streak, I was like, this is their plan to tank and pull a 99. And when David Robinson went down, they got Tim Duncan in the draft. Then David Robinson comes back and they win the damn title. I was like, maybe this is their
Maybe
plan.
it's let's go in the back way.
But yeah, I thought they were gonna tank. They were
Let's
gonna
get to
go
the
into
finals the back way.
Tank-a-palooza.
But this is what I
But
don't like.
then they went on this win streak, so now I don't know what they're doing.
I don't.
They started thinking, hey, we don't have to worry about Kawhi coming back. Let's just play like Kawhi's not going to come back. That's
Yeah.
what happened. They started thinking that he was going to come back. They started losing.
Why wouldn't you? You have to play that way, and you have to have that mentality
Right.
to win games right now. You can't be
And if
waiting.
you're Greg, I'm sure Greg Popovich is like, hey, you on the bench who usually averages 2 points a game, now you will average 18 points a game.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does, Greg Popovich. He takes players.
More like 12.
And he'll be like, you
Yeah.
will now average
No.
12 to
Yeah, puts
18
together a
points
great-
and 8 assists
Yes,
a game.
you will have a game where you
After
score
not working
25
out in
points.
any other arena or any other team, you will now be amazing.
Yeah.
Just cast that
That's what
spell.
Popovich
I'm
does.
doing a hand casting spell motion.
It's
right now. You
probably
can't see.
sexual harassment in other corners of.
Popovich.
I mean, when you put your hands on people.
Oh, well, no,
That's
that was
probably
he was casting
sexual
a
harassment.
spell.
And other
That just added a whole
workforces.
other
And other
layer.
workforces. Okay.
Yeah.
I've talked about this a couple times. Not on the show.
I don't think that's
there-
how Pop coaches so well, coaxing people to play
Pop
well
was
with
like
sexual
the president
favors.
of a company.
I'm just saying that slapping people on the butts, all sports, if you had a regular job, you could not do those types of things. You could not be slapping people on the butt because they did a good job.
I've never understood the butt slap. I played football in high school, basketball. I get the butt slap from other dudes, and I'd be like, I don't get that. Why
I
are you
don't know
slapping
what's
me on
going
the butt?
on with that. I don't know what's going on with that at all. But
What happened to a friendly little slap on the back or, high five?
what I gotta say though, right now, and this is gonna be a careful segue
Yep.
into love is in the air.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Because the fucking Cleveland Cavaliers fucked us up. They fucked us up. They made us wrong. We don't like being wrong on this show. But we do tell everybody when we are, unlike the other shows.
Cavaliers, they looked like they were down for the count.
They were down. They were down.
They were
for
out
the
of
count.
it.
Down goes Frazier.
After
Down
the All-Star
goes
break, after
Frazier.
the big trade, everyone was like, I was like, ooh, they're all of a sudden, because they won 4 in a row, and everyone was like, ooh, Cavaliers, nice trade. They're actually relevant again. And then they lost a million games, and everyone's like, oh,
Yep.
okay. False alarm. They suck. And then now everyone's like, oh, we're back on the Cavs train.
But the problem is, the difference in that is
KL, Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. Because
From Lake Oswego, by the way, Oregon.
love will bring us together.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could keep going all day with these loves, these love songs. Cause you know what I'm saying? It's the Love Boat. That's what all the Cavaliers have jumped on.
Kevin Love. Okay, so this is what you're missing with Kevin Love. You're missing 20 plus points and 10 plus rebounds a game.
Is that what is his average? Is that
He
his
averages
average?
about 20 and 10. 20 and 10 is what Kevin Love.
Really?
And apparently he's been working on his 3-point shooting with Mr. Kyle Borver.
We already was a good. Kyle Korver.
Korver's been helping him with his 3-point shot, and since he's been back,
right.
Kevin Love, he spreads the lane open for that offense to run through.
Well,
I feel
basically,
like.
what I was reading, Zach Lowe was saying, like, with Kevin Love back, I think it was Zach Lowe, he was saying, like, it's 10 things I hate and love about the NBA right now. He said that it was like they're unguardable with Kevin Love on the floor. Then it's like then LeBron either just drives past this person and kicks out to one of the 4 3-point shooters around him, or it's like you can't really. What do you do? It's like you either stay tight on the 3-point shooters, and then he'll just drive past and dunk on you.
Kevin Love is forcing your second biggest guy to leave the paint.
Yep.
And that's what you don't get with anyone else on that Cavs squad. Kevin Love is their second best player,
which is why they lose to the Golden State Warriors, because Draymond Green
kick him in the balls.
Will kick you in the balls. That's it.
But what I love, by the way,
he can go out and guard the perimeter.
With Kevin Love healthy, hopefully no one kicks him in the balls or yanks his arm out of its socket, stuff like that. The Cavs, I think, easily get to the finals.
I got to bring up this because we were wrong again. Fuck you go out to the 76ers.
Yeah.
Because they have come up and got the 4th spot. What the fuck?
Oh, shit. They won 7 in a row? Good Lord.
Yeah.
The Sixers are...
They're 8-2.
They're real scary right now because they're past my Pacers at this point. And I don't want to play the Sixers in the first round of the playoffs.
They are one game back of the Cavs, so they could easily overtake the 3rd spot.
Easily. No. All these are locked in.
No, they're not locked. They just clinched the playoffs.
Oh no, there's still too many games. There's still like 8 games.
Yeah,
left.
we got like 9 games left.
No. Yeah, the Ys. Excuse me. The Ys are the locks.
Yeah, and Philly has a really easy schedule for the remaining like 10 games or 9, whatever it is.
Yeah, you gotta be pretty impressed by. Sam Hinkie. He built that team.
I ain't giving Sam
Hinkie. Didn't he
Hinkie
get fired or he quit or something? And then he was like, always like, trust the process. And he got fired. and then all the Philadelphia fans were like, fuck you, Sam Hinkie. And then they're like, oh, thanks,
never
man.
mind. Sorry.
Man, I hate the process, and I also don't trust their team.
Even with Markelle Fultz is back.
Oh yeah,
did anyone watch?
See
wild card there. Yeah,
he had a pretty. He had a pretty good first game.
He's like,
Wait, what did he score?
He hit a shot. He airballed a shot.
Okay, well,
defensively, his assists. I think he had like 10 and 6.
Oh,
yeah, in like 15 minutes, maybe less.
He's a rookie who's been injured, so that's awesome.
You know what he can do? He could drive.
You know what he can't do?
He can't
answer
shoot.
the question about why his shoulder was
can't shoot a
bothering
3.
him.
Yeah, so his injury was just kind of like mysterious, like I'm injured.
He was injured before he got drafted. They didn't fucking... They cleared him to play even though he was hurt. Then all of a sudden he goes out and plays and he's hurt and he can't, he doesn't look good.
So Kawhi Leonard was like, oh, Markelle Fultz, look at that.
I'm not going to be I'm not going to be in the next Markelle Fultz.
Markelle Fultz's injury was more severe than anything. He literally had to relearn how to do everything with his shooting hand because
they made him play with an injury. That's why.
And he had some kind of condition or nerve thing that happened to him, and that's why he couldn't shoot a basketball anymore.
So
they learn all of it.
So now, kind of like someone who is handicapped and is adapted, he's learned to shoot it with his thumb or something. Or
the reason he had to rebuild that muscle memory.
Yeah, it was the muscle memory. Yeah,
and the reason that I'm not going to give Philadelphia credit for being in the 4th spot right now is because their organization is still wearing that ass hat for fucking his entire career up, in my opinion, because that shoulder injury had to have been picked up by a doctor. If it wasn't, that means they fucked up. And if it was, that means they fucked up again by.
Well, and sometimes players lie, though. So this happened to the Blazers when we drafted a young man named Sam Bowie over some guy from North Carolina, Michael something.
His name was Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up on Google now.
Google it.
I'm looking it up on Google, and it says Michael Jeffrey. Sorry.
No, but if you watch the 30 for 30 with Sam Bowie, he kind of talks about like how like when the doctors like hit his knee and stuff, he was like, "Oh, I'm fine." Because he wanted to make that money. He wanted to make that money, and he was like, he lied essentially about everything.
But that was in the 1800s. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That was in the late.
The Blazers were
early
founded
80s,
in the 1850s.
That's
late
a fact.
80s.
Yeah,
that was in the late 80s.
The state of Oregon was founded.
Yeah, they're like, we need a basketball team.
It was the early 80s, and people didn't have technology like they do now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And people wasn't seeing the bone fracture that Bowie had, which is why he knew he had problems, but other people didn't know he had problems. And going back to Kawhi Leonard, I want to point out that team doctors don't always know what the fuck they're talking about. Let's go back to Grant Hill, who the whole league tried to make him seem like he was a pussy. But because he kept complaining of ankle soreness. And
they're got to Orlando. Young buck, get out there.
Yeah, exactly. They cleared him to play for the playoffs.
Okay.
Cleared him to play for the playoffs. Broke his ankle. First game.
Wow.
And he was like, he even says to this,
get out there.
He says to this day, he was glad that he broke his ankle because it proved to everybody else, all those team doctors didn't know what the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah.
And he just listened to them and broke his ankle almost. Well, it did end his career because he should have been the next MJ. That's what people were talking about when he came out. He was supposed to be the next Michael Jordan. That's what they were saying.
Can we put the next Michael Jordan thing to bed at this point? There's going to be no.
I wish.
I mean,
let's just admit that.
I mean, LeBron's his own thing. I feel like there's just no.
Are we going to admit that? Well, the reason LeBron's his own thing is because there's never been someone as talented as him, as unsuccessful as him in the NBA.
That's successful.
Well, I mean, you look at he's 3-5 in the finals.
He's got 3 rings.
Oh, he's not. So that's not is that a winning percentage or is that like? Was that good? Is that good?
It's pretty good.
I don't think that's good.
Like
to lead
6-7 years,
which is even which is kind of worse. You've been to the finals how many times in a row in the Eastern Conference, the Eastern Conference?
No, but that's what a player like him should do,
right?
In the Eastern Conference.
But then why haven't you won? He should be winning these. If he's as great, if he's supposed to be Jordan, then he should be winning these finals. Like,
but it just cannot do it. Who hit the game-winning shot for the Bulls?
He has had not nobody.
97 or was it like Steve Kerr? He
has not had nobodies. He's had great teams around him, especially since he got to Miami, and then since he started winning championships, he had great teams around him.
Yeah,
so he has no excuses.
Come on,
Luke
Longley, Sean Livingston,
right? We got Dennis Rodman. What did he average? 4 points.
Casey King.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean Livingston? No,
Dennis Rodman was just a defensive guy and rebound guy. He only averaged like 2 points a game, 4 points a game.
Yeah.
Through the finals.
Bill Cartwright. Remember that guy's weirdo free throw thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He's even weirder
Ron
voice.
Harper. Y'all
Slasher Ron Harper.
Are y'all forgetting about Ron Harper?
BJ Armstrong, Craig Hodges. These guys.
Those guys were not good. Exactly. That's my point.
Were they like the original?
Craig Hodges won the 3-point contest.
Fuck out of here.
It's a sharpshooter.
The original bench warmer waving the towel guys, just watching Michael Jordan do his thing. Just like,
speaking of the Cavs, speaking of LeBron James,
Robert Parrish.
Do you think that he should win the MVP?
Wait, he's in the Bulls? Oh.
Yes, he was.
What? Really? When?
Robert Parrish
was a Bull, yeah. early.
He was like...
No, the late. The real late.
He was a Celtic.
It was real late. It was after Celtics.
So was he like 38 and was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was one of the oldest players in the league when he was on the Bulls.
Fuck it, I'll go win a title with the Bulls.
So
that's when 7-footers were...
We're not talking about these old, decrepit, terrible players. We're about to talk about the MVP.
On April 5th, everybody.
We're going to talk about the MVP. Oh, no, we don't cover golf here. We know a lot about golf.
Check out my golf podcast.
We know enough about golf to cover it, by the way, people. We just don't.
Just kidding,
So
golf
anyway,
fans.
who's going to win the NBA's MVP? Is it going to be James Harden? Is it going to be LeBron James?
What
Is it
are
going
the
to be Anthony
choices?
Davis?
What are the choices? Right
I just
now?
told you the choice.
Those are the
I'm
choices.
worried it'll be
That's it.
James Harden.
I mean, most likely it's going to be James Harden.
He really.
I still don't think you
he
take
ended
LeBron
us. Last week he really did hit some crazy kind of little step back three thing he does. I mean, but Dame can do that too. So I mean, he really can.
If it wasn't for Stephen Curry, everybody would talk about Damian Lillard as far as like the deep threes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
But-
there's not a lot of guys. I haven't watched every team, but I don't know who else can do that. Who else can hit it from the logo in the center court? Dame did against the Lakers when he hit like 5 in a row.
Steph Curry, Lillard, Durant.
But Durant, does he have that long range?
I think Durant's got some range.
Yeah, but he don't got that
From the logo range?
He don't got that logo range.
4-pointer range? I don't know, man.
Well,
I
he
mean,
doesn't.
some of that's
If he
just
has it,
like
he doesn't
5-point
use
territory.
it. If he has it, he doesn't use
Well,
it.
that's the thing. It's either they shoot them or they don't. Lillard has to shoot those.
He don't have to. He does.
He can drive too. He's great. He's really gotten better. At
Yeah.
You know what, though, man? I need McCullough to step it up.
McCullough's been doing great.
I need him to step it up
McCollum
defensively.
just won the game for us.
Yeah,
defensively.
killing it.
Y'all talking about shooting.
Our
I'm talking
defense has
about
been one of
playing
the top
defense.
in the league in the streak.
I feel
We were
like he
top
has to
2
be
or something,
better.
I think.
Yeah.
He himself. I'm challenging you, CJ. I'm out here putting out that challenge for you. You got to be better
I
defensively.
will say with Houston, in their interview, their dinner interview on ESPN, they were saying like, ain't gonna be no lay-ins this next game, because
And
like
then-
after Chris Paul was a huge dick, because he's a dick,
Yeah.
and like made that layup with no time left, and they were
Yeah,
up by
yeah.
like 9, and he just decides to make a layup. Like it was such a amateur move. Like Lillard talked about how when he was a rookie, he did that one time, and he got talked to by the veterans. We're like, you don't
Exactly.
do that, son. That's not how it works here. And so, that's why he went up to Chris Paul, was like, yo, dude, what are you doing, man? You know better than this. And he was like, what? You guys didn't play defense. That to me is the epitome of Chris Paul. This is why most Blazer fans, and I think a lot of other fans are
Yeah.
like, this guy's a dick.
So at the end of
Like,
a,
I
he's
told
just a-
y'all,
he's just a
man,
dick.
the Clippers were going to be just fine without Chris Paul. I know we didn't have a podcast yet. I said he was going to be
They're not just fine.
gonna be
They're way
fine.
worse.
they're not in the playoffs. They're way worse.
No,
They're like 10th.
no. They're just fine without him. They were in the
Well-
playoff hunt. They will be just fine.
They're better without him.
They are
More.
trying to tank. First of all, if you look at them,
it comes down to you either lose with Chris Paul or you lose without Chris Paul. So you lose
they
without
tried
Chris
to
Paul.
tank. They
Yeah.
are in. They are
The
out of the
question
playoffs
is,
because
we
they
should-
wanted to be out of the playoffs because they don't play It's just this thing where they stop playing people that score points. This thing where you trade players that are doing good. This is what they did.
Rivers.
Yeah.
Well, Doc isn't the GM anymore.
Oh, he's not?
No, it's Mr. West.
Mr. Kanye West?
Oh, I wish. But it's Mr. Jerry West.
Kanye.
Mr. West. Mr. West. Mr. West.
Oh, the Clippers.
It's Jerry West.
It's only a matter of time before that happens. Let's be real.
Him and LeBron James a loaded team.
But-
Probably the Lakers.
Yeah,
Magic
one
Johnson.
day
No, but,
LeBron James and will own the Los Angeles Lakers, and Kanye West will be the GM.
You heard it here
heard
first.
it first.
Hot takes.
it takes. But like, dude, no one wants to. I don't. Well, okay. Houston fans obviously want to see James Harden win a title, but like in Chris Paul. But like,
But hold
who
on.
wants to see Chris Paul win a title? I don't know. Like the guy
We got
is
off topic.
just a whiny bitch.
Yeah, we
And
digressed.
Who's going to win
Let's
the MVP? So because
I'm guessing
Chris
James
Paul
Harden.
has a whiny is a whiny bitch. He has another whiny, in my
Wait, you
opinion,
mean
another whiny
MVP of the
bitch.
playoff of the finals, or do you mean of the regular season?
Regular season.
James Harden is in the bag.
I think James Harden is
yeah.
in the bag.
Yeah,
A
I mean
lot
there are
of
other guys, Lillard, people in the conversation, but everyone's
There's
pretty
no
much
way
decided.
that
It's
Lillard
already
would
done.
win over LeBron James.
Well, they
if,
yeah.
if it doesn't go to Harden, I think it has to go to LeBron James.
And I don't have anything particularly against Harden. We would make fun of him as Blazer fans, like when Dame hit .9, how he just kind of was like, "What's up?" And,
Yeah, that was
or
awesome.
like actually that was also Chandler Parsons who totally blew that defensive coverage. But
Chandler Parsons
but
completely
you've all seen the
blowing
YouTube
things. Surprise.
Shocker.
Really? We've all seen the YouTube montages of James Harden like falling asleep on defense. There's countless montages of this. He seems to have improved, actually, to his credit.
Well, at least he's
and
trying.
he's now just an offensive. He's
what he does is
unstoppable on offense. Although, remember that stare down 3-pointer where the guy fell over?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you think of that?
You mean the push
I
off?
think he pushed the dude. He
pushed
fucking
him.
knocked him over.
That's how.
So
But that's how
I think
James
that's
Harden.
bullshit, but-
People are always like, I don't know how James Harden gets to the basket. Are you grabbing a beer? Yeah. Okay. Can you grab me one? I think that's gonna be it on the beers. I got tequila though.
I'm doing okay.
But yeah, they're like, how does James Harden get to the basket? He's so slow. He doesn't look quick, but he gets there. But it's because he pushes people. He uses his shoulders.
And he's all about
to
that
push
Euro
people.
step. All about that Euro step.
Exactly. Well, the Euro step, he uses
I mean,
the
a lot
Euro
of guys
step
are.
after he uses his shoulders and his forearm to push people around.
I mean, and that's a kind of a
He's a
gray area.
solid,
Lots of
stocky
players
dude.
do stuff like that, But his 3-pointer is impressive. He has a kind of little step back 3-pointer, kind of like Dame. He can kind of pop it real fast.
I'm just going to be devil's advocate because everybody is going to
He's winning it,
be
no
upset
doubt.
if I don't.
It's just a question of.
But LeBron James is stat stuffing a lot. He's trying. He's like that dude who keeps coming up to that girl over and over and over. And he's just like, yo, girl, let me get that. Come on, let me get your number. Because he is doing everything he can do. Oh, you don't like guys who have low haircuts? I got to grow afro. whatever y'all want. Whatever y'all taking triple doubles? That's what you got it? Okay, I'm getting triple dubs.
Yeah, exactly. He's always done that, and it's just he's one of those guys. We're spoiled by LeBron James because he's so good.
It's the Jordan factor.
It's just you get a little bored with it or something, or you don't want to just vote the same guy MVP like 18 times in a row.
When's the last time LeBron won MVP?
I'm gonna put some crickets in there.
He has not won the MVP in so
I keep
long.
saying I'm gonna put crickets.
He's won
in some
Finals
places.
MVP, just a couple years ago, but
regular season, I don't know. I feel like 5 years ago.
because he's had Kyrie lately, and then he had Kevin Love. People start to. It's like why they say Steph Curry will technically probably never win MVP again as long as he got Kevin Durant with him.
Right. Exactly.
Whereas Chris Paul and James Harden. Chris Paul has been a great complimentary piece, but James Harden has been a cut above for sure. Chris Paul will get 20 points. James Harden will get 42.
LeBron hasn't won the MVP since the 2012-13 season when he was on the Heat.
As he should.
What
have.
a loser.
And as he should not have won for the last ones because you got Steph Curry 2 times. You got
Russell Westbrook
won
last year.
Kevin
Kevin Durant got his.
Yep.
Derrick Rose got his.
Well, that
Wow,
was before.
D-Rose. What happened to your
That was
Bulls,
before.
man?
That was before.
Man, that was crazy.
Was that,
What's-
was
what's
that
going-
after LeBron's? That was
I wanna ask
2013.
Eric here, as a
LeBron won it in 08 and 09 or 09 and 010.
And I'm
then
saying
Derrick
Rose won right after that. Yeah.
the next
So
year.
Tig, what's up with your Bulls? Like,
Well, okay,
They're tanking.
Hang on. Yeah.
yeah.
on
So they're in
purpose.
the tankathon, right? They're in the Tankapalooza.
Yeah, the Bulls are.
Let's see, what's their Bulls record right now? Are they? We've got 19 wins, 20.
The Bulls just need to
Where
keep
we at?
on losing. I mean, they have some young guys on there that they
eliminated
24.
from the playoffs.
Impressive. 24.
24 wins.
Yeah.
49 losses so far with
Okay.
Really,
so they're
really-
not fully tanking. I mean,
I
they're
feel
not,
like
they're not,
Miritich really
they're not,
fucked
they're
them
not
over.
pulling like Memphis, who got beat. What did you say that score is? Like 140 to like 60, like 12.
They are doing the
lost,
same thing.
500 points.
No, they're doing the same things though. They're pulling guys out of the game that are scoring. They're benching guys that can play that
The Bulls
are
are?
injured.
Huh.
Yeah, they're not playing guys that
They're
can play.
putting injured players on the court on purpose.
Right.
Well,
they're doing really
they got
bad
yelled at
things
about
right
it,
now.
so then they stopped
They're
doing
trying
it.
to tank. They're just not as good at it as the Atlanta
Guys in
Hawks.
slings out there and just with one hand. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not worth talking about.
Guys
So,
limping down the court. You're fine.
Let's talk about them.
My
You're
Pacers are sitting in a little
Yeah,
limbo
I'm
here.
gonna send a fuck you to the Indiana Pacers as well because you're fucking up our predictions too.
I know they lost some close games. I
Who do
really
they
had
even
them.
have?
What do you mean? Who do the Pacers have? Victor Oladipo.
They got
I'm losing my
Victor
voice. I
Oladipo.
can't do it right. Miles Turner.
Right. So
Also,
now
an
Oladipo,
R&B, a budding
Derek
R&B
Collison.
star, Victor
Bonus.
Oladipo.
Oladipo.
Bogdanovich.
Someday I want to do a sketch involving Home Depot and Oladipo. I don't know how that's going to happen.
You can have
or
him
what it's gonna
sing
be
an
about.
R&B sketch.
Yeah, he'll
about
sing for
getting
you.
some
He'll
ceiling
sing for you.
fans in-
Oladipo is most improved
Oh,
player.
it's already
this year.
made. This joke's already happened. The
What?
Home
No,
Depot.
I'm
No,
just
no.
giving you a setup. I'm just
no,
fast.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's,
great.
he's
I'm just
telling you
fast.
what should happen.
Victor Home Oladipo.
You have to be singing in Home Depot about ceiling fans.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll do it.
And he'll do it.
Done deal.
You know, once the
Plays
Pacers,
fans in LA, do it.
Once he gets that check.
Yeah,
But
once he gets
he
that
was
check.
on Orlando, right? And then he got
And then he went to OKC.
he got traded
and
for
then
DeMonte. Was that
He was in the Paul George trade.
Okay, was
No,
that the one
well,
that
he got
involved
traded from
DeMonte
Orlando.
Sabonis?
Oh,
For a Serge Ibaka and a draft pick.
all right.
And then he got traded from OKC to
Pacers.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Pacers are a dark horse in the East here. The Pacers are young, healthy.
Well, I got to change
and
our prediction
They
now.
play defense, but they're dropping.
I'm not changing my prediction.
we haven't
I-
mentioned the Raptors,
I
by
mean,
the
they
way,
can
or the
still take.
Celtics.
They
I
can
mean,
still take the third seed.
the obvious.
Fuck all y'all who don't like our finals predictions. It's going to be OKC and goddamn Indiana Pacers.
Oh my
Didn't,
goodness!
was it Hayward said he's gonna be back before the playoffs?
Hey, we've been watching on. We've been on that. We've been on
No,
that
not
watch.
Hayward. Who's the other big injured guy?
For Boston,
Hayward?
Gordon
Maybe it
Hayward.
was Hayward.
Is it
Someone
Hayward?
said they're
No.
gonna be back before the playoffs start.
Kawhi's hurt.
Oh, Jimmy Butler. You're
Jimmy
talking about.
Butler, thank you, Minnesota. He's gonna be back before the playoffs start. Which
Yes.
also makes again why being the third or fourth seed sucks. I mean, like, do you want to play the streaking Spurs and you know, or do you want to play Minnesota with Jimmy Butler back?
You wanna
wild
play
card?
Minnesota.
You want to play Utah Jazz, who's won like
You don't wanna play the Jazz.
18 of the
Do
last
not wanna
22
play
or
the Jazz
20 of
right
the
now.
last 24, something like that.
Jazz are hot.
There's no one.
It's so hot,
the only-
hot, hot.
I would rather play the Pelicans. I think. I would rather play Oklahoma City.
I think right now I would
Because
want.
we,
I want
by the way,
Golden
we
State.
swept them for the first time since 2002 or 3 this year. We beat them 4
Regular
times.
season, yo.
I
mean,
want
I know it's
Golden State
different,
right
but
now. If I'm
Carmelo
anybody.
sucks. Oklahoma City's big 3 is a joke.
Wow.
Oh, no.
There it is.
They're going to the finals.
It's a total joke.
They're going to the finals, and
Carmelo Anthony-
they're gonna beat the Houston Trail. They're gonna beat the Houston Rockets. They're gonna beat who's gonna come out of that San Antonio?
With who? With
whoever.
what? With what players?
Golden State, by the way, has no players. They're all injured. All 4 of
Yeah.
their stars.
Okay, they got
Yeah.
are
Swaggy P,
hurt.
buddy.
But they'll be healthy for the
So
playoffs.
no, they're not. They have
Healthy
they
enough.
have broken bones.
Everybody's
Yeah.
busted up though.
What's his name? Draymond Green tore his groin or pulled
Yeah,
his
because he got
groin.
hit in the balls, which is hilarious. My friend Chris said,
Yeah.
"Live by the sword."
Die by the dick. That's what happens.
That wasn't how he. But
Die by the dick.
that's a different
You gotta-
phrase. But the point remains.
He has a broken dick though.
But
yeah.
That's a fact.
Which, yeah. The irony of it all is just beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
beautiful.
Sorry, Draymond.
yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not mad about that. But I'm just saying
Yeah.
this makes it a lot different, y'all. This is what I was saying.
But-
This Western Conference is wide open. Look at how
You
close.
think it's wide open?
Look at
I don't
how
think it's wide
close
open.
it is.
It's like 20%.
Look at how close it is from the.
Well, the bottom half's
from the
all white.
fourth
No,
to
The first round is a total.
from the
1
fourth
and 2.
spot.
It's 1 and 2.
Matter of fact, from the
And
3
then it drops off.
From the 3,
So 9?
from the 3 to the 8.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3 to
games.
8.
3 games.
Do you guys think
From
the
the 3
Nuggets
to the 8?
or the Clippers can still get
Oh,
in?
3.5. Okay, 4 games. But
Well, I'm just saying
still,
that's a lot. That's
Blazers
very
can still
close.
technically. Let's say we blow it against the 4 game, and we could still slide to like 6, 7.
You can fall out of the playoffs. I mean,
Technically,
The
that's why
Oklahoma
we haven't
City
clinched
Thunder?
yet. We haven't
Exactly.
clinched
No,
yet.
I think this is
Exactly.
a serious question. Can Portland get knocked out of the playoffs here?
it could easily be a
We
situation.
could be. I don't think it'll happen. Could we actually have him playing well? But like, I think that the first round is terrifying to me. And I mean, I said I'd rather play Oklahoma City because we've beaten them 4 times. And Carmelo, they were looking at. First of all, did you notice he tanked that 3? Totally missed it. He is the worst. He's the
Mellow
only player.
Smellows, man.
He's the only player in the clutch to shoot less than like 30% out of players who've taken so many shots over the last. I can't remember the stat exactly, but he was clearly like the worst clutch player. He's the worst. Blazers dodged a bullet. We tried to get him in the summer. Thank God.
Yeah.
Because you imagine him taking these shots at a Dame Lillard. Holy shit, dude! Like this dude is like one of the. He wants the ball and can't hit the shots. It's
Just
the
wait.
worst combo.
These dudes are not playing like I shout out to Steven Jackson again. He keeps pointing out these guys are just waiting to the playoffs. Like that's what they're doing. They are veterans.
They are
Carmelo's been waiting quite some time. Then
they're savvy old veterans.
Melo's really biding his time.
Melo for 3/4 of the season averaged 20 points a game. Melo for average like 19.5 points a game for 3/4 of the season. So I mean, like his percentage may be down, but his numbers are still there.
I mean, if you look at
not his clutch numbers, he's still.
But that's because he's playing the 4 now. That's because he's playing the 4.
No, he's undersized. Position, but clutch doesn't do the position. Clutch is just
you got guys who can actually defend your shot. That has a lot to do with it. And also, they're not even going to him. They're not even going to him. And he's actually,
everyone defends Damian in the clutch.
They're not even going to him in a lot of.
Wait, so Kevin, hang on. So Kevin, how far do you think the Trailblazers will go this year?
I would love to. I think. I mean, very realistic. We go to the second round, but then if we stay in the 3rd or 4th spot, we're going to hit Houston or Golden State. Now, it all depends on injury. If Golden State has no Steph Curry or no Kevin Durant, they're beatable. It's still going to be really hard. But they are beatable, especially the way we've been playing. They're beatable if they're down a guy. If they're not down a guy, if they got all hands on deck, ooh, that's tough. I think we'll get a game from them, maybe 2. But if they're injured, who knows? We might be able to get to the Western Conference Finals. Now, Houston, I don't know. We only lost by 4 compared to like Minnesota, who was down by like 30 at half to them. So it'd be a tough battle. Maybe there's still some psychic energy there. James Harden's going to be psyched out when he comes to our arena again.
I don't believe in James Harden. James Harden might not even get to see the second round. We around here believe that they are a farce, a fake.
Wait, awesome. I mean, no, you and James think that they are.
Oh, yeah, you had a dream.
Houston winning the finals.
Well, I'm representing James.
Houston is still winning the finals.
He had a dream like Martin Luther King. He thinks Houston's going to win the finals.
I can see it.
He had a dream that he was like Marty McFly and he went to the future.
I seen it.
He's like the Cubs win in 2000.
It was on like a TV or a radio.
You got the Almanac from 2015?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're past 2015 now. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wow.
All your bets is fucked.
All your bets is fucked.
No, but like, so I just think that it's wide open. If your top 2 teams right now are shaky because one of them's mentally shaky because you think they might choke, the second team is injured from 1 to 4.
It's
literally.
not crazy to say the Blazers get to the Western Conference. It's not crazy. It's
not crazy to say that the Oklahoma City Thunder get there. It's not crazy to say that the Spurs get there.
Are you a little concerned they're getting a little too hot too soon here?
Or the Spurs? Yeah.
No, the Blazers.
The Blazers.
Well, I went with the 13-game streak. I was like, well, I'm glad we're getting close to the end here, and we're on a roll. It reminds me of a few years ago, the year before we blew up the team, LaMarcus left and everything. We were on that similar kind of roll, and that's when Wes Matthews blew his Achilles, and everything went down the tube. We got swept by Memphis in the first round.
Yeah.
So
I just want to point out that opponents' points per game, the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder, they're the ones with the fewest. And that's why I say it's going to be tough because if you can't.
That's also the whole season.
It's going to be.
The Blazers have been a whole different team. We've been like number 2 or number 3 defensively since the last half.
And I'm saying.
Which is what matters.
And what I'm saying in this big scoring offense year of like 148 points, 120, 100 regular season games, it's going to be very, very, very important to have a strong defense throughout the playoffs.
That's why the Spurs and the Jazz are probably staying in this playoff picture. I don't think they're going to get knocked out. I think the Nuggets could squeeze in there over the Timberwolves, I think. But yeah, and then Portland. I mean, Portland is the 3rd best defense in the West.
I think it's going to
ahead of OKC.
I think it could stay just like it is, but I'm not going to say that. Because the Clippers could end up getting back in. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I think OKC or San Antonio will be in the 3rd and the 4th spot. And
well, you heard it here first, guys. We don't know shit. We don't know.
I think the Trailblazers are going to go 3 and 6 the next 9. And I think that's going to allow a team to jump up into the spot.
I think it's an amazing time in sports when we can sit here and say from the 3 spot to the 10 spot, we don't know who's going to be in the playoffs. We really don't. Like, we could wake up 5 days from now.
Your entire division could be in.
It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
If the
That's another
Nuggets
thing.
get in and
Wow, I never thought about that.
somehow the Spurs get knocked out,
Well, how far do you see the Blazers
Or
going?
the Pelicans
and
get
don't
knocked out.
and I mean, just because I'm a Blazer fan, be honest.
who would they be playing in the first round right now?
Either the Thunder
So we're playing
or
the Spurs.
Spurs,
Oh, no,
if
the
it started,
first round. The first round. Yeah,
let's say
first round.
playoffs started today.
First
You're
round
playing the Spurs in the
against the
first
Spurs?
round. Sans Kawhi Leonard.
The Spurs win.
Really? You going with Pop?
The problem is I'm going with Pop and I'm going with the Spurs
I'm
at
going
home.
with Kawhi. If you're saying Kawhi Leonard is there,
He's
or
not
no,
there.
no
He's-
Kawhi.
And he's not
oh,
there.
I might go with the Spurs in 7.
It's going to be close.
But
That's purely based on reputation and Popovich.
no, it's based on LaMarcus Aldridge is snapping, and he would have.
He's on
he
fire
would-
right
he
now.
would-
The
it would-
Spurs
it
are
would-
still
it would
really good
elate
without
him- He
Kawhi
would be
Leonard.
elated to go up against the
Mind
Blazers
you, they
again.
don't
hold
think he would. I
opponents
think
to
he'd be
under
all messed
100
up
points.
emotionally.
They hold opponents to
He's a
under
whiny bitch.
100 points a game. And if you have a defense like that, you can beat anyone, and they have so much experience.
Yeah, if you're only scoring 99 points
Wow,
a game,
that is a good defensive rating.
that's amazing. That's the best scoring defense in the
And-
league.
But again, look at the second half. I think the Blazers are better. We were holding people to we were
yeah.
holding fools to like 98 points.
Well,
a
listen,
game.
the Spurs aren't just good on defense during
the
the
Well, if we
season.
go to the
though.
second part of the season, it was the Thunder. I mean, the first part of the season, it was the Thunder. They were the number 1, 2, and 3 for like the first
For a
2,
while
3,
they were.
4 months of the season.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the Blazers' first half of the season were like 50-50. So now it's a
Right.
whole different team.
Yeah.
Guys have
The
developed.
Blazers
and
could
come
definitely-
together.
what's his name? Nurkic.
Nurkic.
He
Yeah.
was just getting back from that injury. You know,
Nurkic.
he's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
figuring
yeah.
everything out. It's everybody was playing themselves. That's why I'm saying
We have
everybody's
a-
not everybody.
We have that
these
rookie Zach
teams right
Collins,
here-
by the way. Zach Collins, dude. That guy's like 7 foot. He can shoot threes, and he's 19. And we got him. We traded up to get him at number 10. And he's been a solid contributor. He's blocked shots with like a couple minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Like he's become like a pretty sick dude. And we're like, so. Oh, by the way, Nurkic is a free agent this summer.
What are you guys going to do
And
about
so
that?
it's like, do we sign him? We're like out of cap space, or do we just bet on go all in on Zach Collins, our 19-year-old rookie?
What? No, you're gonna pay him. You're gonna trade Zach
I want
Collins.
to pay
and you're gonna
Nurkic, but I'm.
You-
yeah. He'll
You're
be
gonna trade
we're
Zach Collins.
We
for-
pay Evan Turner $17 million a year.
17.
When's his contract up?
Not for like 2 more years.
Oh, they're gonna trade him this
What
year.
draft pick
Well,
was
we'd
he?
love to, but who wants
Wasn't
Evan
he way
Turner?
up there?
Oh,
He's like
everybody
eight-
look.
eight
draft
and
pick.
three.
There's plenty
Like
of people.
17 million?
I bet you Boston will take him again. Look, everybody makes crazy trades, man. People make really.
Oh, the Cavs
he'll
will take
fit
Evan
somebody
Turner.
else's situation.
Our
if
only
he doesn't
the
fit
only great
theirs.
thing is Mo Harkless. We signed to $40 million in like 4 years, and we were like,
they'll just
we were
cut
like,
him.
But he's been great. Mo Harkless has come back the second half of the season. He's been awesome.
I hate
the only
Mo
thing
Harkless.
that sucks. Myers Leonard. We signed him for like 40, 42, 44.
Shout out to Mike Martucci because
Tooch.
he used to teach.
Myers Leonard.
No, Harkless, Mo Harkless.
Oh, really?
He used to
Nice.
teach Mo Harkless.
No shit.
And I think Mo Harkless is underachiever.
Yeah, no, but he's been doing good. The last half of the season, he started and the season began, and then he kind of fell off, and he wasn't even playing, and it was kind of fell out of the rotation. And now he's come back because of an injury or something to I can't remember who it was, but like he came back all of a sudden he's a starter again, and he's getting like 70 points in a game, and like he's kicking ass.
All right.
So he's
Shout
doing
out to Mo
great.
Harkless.
Mo Harkless
Yeah,
has been
Mo
great.
Harkless.
But Myers Leonard we signed a couple years ago for like $40-something million. And he does not play in the game. He's our victory cigar, human victory cigar. Yeah, but like otherwise, like he never plays. We're paying him over $10 million a
Yeah, I
year.
think you're gonna
He fucked our cap.
they're gonna trade Turner. It's gonna be done.
We'll see. I mean, I would love. I think
have
Ranger
to.
fans
Or
would.
they'll just
would.
cut him.
Who's
No one's
going
gonna
to take it?
no-
Just cut him. Yeah.
Who wants
Or they'll
that
just
contract?
cut him and they'll pay those luxury tax.
No one's going to touch that contract.
They'll cut him and
Well, we
pay
wouldn't
the
cut
luxury.
him and still pay because we still have to pay him.
That's what I'm saying. You pay the luxury and then go
He's
on about it.
contributing
Yeah.
lately. He's been fine. It's just no one wants to pay 17.
If you
fucking
cut him,
That's insane.
if you cut him, somebody will pick him up on waivers, and then you won't have to pay his entire.
Is that what
salary.
happens?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what happens.
We won't cut him.
They'll cut him.
All
They'll
right.
be paying him.
Agree to disagree,
They'll
bro.
be paying him. They'll cut him or they'll trade him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you'll have to deal with that salary situation because they're signing Nurkic.
Could we?
next
Well,
year.
Nurkic
is what I'm saying. That's
and Ed Davis and Sabaz Napier. They're all free
You
this
keep
free agents this
Nurkic.
summer.
You keep
Ed Davis is like the
Nurkic,
heart of the team.
Nurkic is getting signed. You can just guarantee.
Yeah, that's your big guy. Done.
Yeah,
gonna happen.
I know, and he's only 23.
Yeah. He's super young
He's a
and
baby.
he's great.
He lacks finesse when it comes to being the close rim shots. Like he kind of throws it up there sometimes, but he's been key in some pick and rolls, and he can still hit some shots. He can hit his free throws okay, like and his rebounding and then defensive presence. Our defense is way better when he's in there.
So-
So it's just newsflash. It helps when you have a 7-footer patrolling the lane.
Definitely. Changed y'all's whole season. That's
long as
right.
he
Y'all
can
got in the
shoot.
playoffs
As long
last
as he
year.
can shoot.
If we want to give a big shout out real quick to David Benitez.
David Benitez.
David. My man, David Benitez.
We might be saying that wrong, David, and we do apologize.
Yeah, if I'm slaughtering your name, David Benitez. I think that's what it is.
I think that's great.
I think that's it. And so anyway, we're gonna send you. You're the winner of the giveaway package.
Hey-o!
At least we think. So send just your information, or we're gonna give your shit to somebody else. That's pretty much how that's gonna work. You have won an Ace Skate T-shirt by the Ace Skate Foundation. By the way, I went to the Ace Skate Foundation skating.
Oh, I saw those pictures.
thing. Yeah, it was
that's nice.
really dope. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
1 second, I'll get you a cup. And shout out to who else?
Oh, he's also winning a sweet ass Wakanda hoodie, right?
Oh no, we're not giving out the Wakanda hoodie.
Oh, we're way down the Wakanda.
Raise his hopes up, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, it hadn't come in yet.
Oh, we don't
I'm
have
waiting
it
on it
yet.
to come in from New York.
Oh, sorry, David.
So-
That's what you thought you were winning.
What you
Translation,
getting
there is
is
no Wakanda
the
hoodie.
Ace Skate T-shirt, Colt 45, and one single Magnum Trojan condom.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. Get your
Nice.
fuck on.
I
you
hope
can
it
fit
fits.
We care here at Bill James and Tig's
We do
Excellent
care.
Invention.
Oh, yeah, I want to give a shout out to Greg Wentz. Happy birthday. It's one of my besties there. And he told us not to talk any shit about the Cavs, but I think that actually happened naturally, didn't
I don't
it?
think we did. I begrudgingly talked positively about
I gave some mad respect.
Oh,
to
actually,
LeBron.
yeah. No, I think we talked about the Cavs going to the finals.
Yeah.
Again,
We
Kevin
didn't do it
Love.
because y'all asked us to.
Yeah, that just happened. But
That just happened.
Shout out to you.
We don't have James here to be the devil's advocate, though.
Yeah, sorry, James, you missed the show. We really missed you. Because Kevin was terrible.
We didn't really miss him. I mean, like, really miss him.
Honestly, I thought he left. I just looked to my
It's like,
right.
oh shit,
And
Kevin's
he's
still here.
still on the couch.
I was taking a piss.
So yeah, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube to be a part of the giveaway.
Yeah, keep leaving comments.
And don't forget when you subscribe, click the little bell so you can get the notifications so you know when the videos pop up. We're out of here, man. It's
We're
Bill
out.
James.
I
and Tig's
apologize for
Excellent
my
Adventure. I
scratchy
fucking love
voice. I
y'all.
lost my voice.
No, they love it. That's that sexy shit. They need that shit.
Kind of ruined everything.
We out.
JL15 started yesterday. For us as Americans, too busy being entertained by the sports and movies and the scandals. Now they even care. All this is a genesis, the martial law everywhere.